All right, so we are headed to another event. I hate that I'm already in the car. Today was Saturday, so it's the work day for me, where I pretty much do makeup all day in a salon. And today I was very booked and busy, thank God. But I just got on a sweater dress. I am wearing my acorn bag, and then I got on some brown boots. And I have reviewed these boots in this bag on my site. Hopefully I can get a good picture, but I'm headed to a poetry show. I don't have on no lashes or eyeliner, so I've been kind of like in a rush. So yeah, I'm gonna check in when I get to the show. So I just wanted to pop on. We are starting a YouTube channel. I mean a new YouTube video. I'm sorry. If you are new here, I focus on faith, family, fashion, and fun. And right now, we're having fun. I haven't done my nails in like 2 weeks, y'all. Maybe we'll do them tomorrow, maybe, but that's how I've been, so it is what it is. Let's have a good night. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and I'm home now. So the show was ahead. Now I'm trotting back to my car. It's been a minute. I have been so slow like on the YouTube, because if you watch my last vlog, I just been living the life like off the camera, like really enjoying my experiences. So today we're going to get back into another vlog. It is Sunday. I'm about to go to the gym, but I'm gonna go to this gym that's like 45 minutes away because I just like this facility better, and it's like my little treat to myself. I try to go 1 day a week if I can. And then after that, I think I'm gonna go for a little wine tasting at Cooper's Hawk and get me like some little Thai salad wraps or whatever. And I'm not dressed up. I just got on like a cute little workout outfit, but I was like, you know what, I dress up 99% of the time. I still look cute. Hopefully I don't sweat too much, but yeah, we're just gonna do that. So let's go get some coffee from 7 Brew, which is my new spot. Previously, I was a Dunkin' Grilly. Now, I'm 7 Brew all day. I really, really like it. So, we're about to do that. And then we're going to head to the gym. So, let's go. All right, so we got our coffee. As a former Dunkin' Girly, I am a 7 Brew girly now. Please don't look at my nails, honey. They are hideous, but I'm about to pull it together soon. All right, now to the gym. So we were supposed to go on a wine tasting, and we did. I feel like the wine is tasting me. So I'm about to go home. We were supposed to go on a walk and go work out an outlet, and we still can, but as of right now, we are just headed home. Okay, the wine tasting was a 10 out of 10. It just proved to show me that I be knowing what I'm talking about. I know my wines, I know what I like, and I had a great experience. But it just goes to show, like, I know what I like. I don't like it just for the kicks of it. Like, I like what I like. I know what I like, and I know why. So, yeah. I'm about to go home and pull my stuff together. I do plan on going to go work out today because I'm clearly dressed for it. But we'll see what happens. Had a great time. Had a great meal. Had some great wine. The one that I ended up resonating with was the most expensive wine on the menu, and you have to be in their white club membership to get it. But it just goes to show I know what I be doing, and I like what I like. So yeah, how we liking her hair though? It's just she's growing, not too much, but she's growing. So yeah, let's drive home. I'm not even gonna complain about my face being swollen. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I have people say, like, if you know, you know. Girl, we don't know. Tell us. One day, though, I won't be bloating. So I've been doing so much better with food. Yeah. But if you know, you know. Okay, so we did make it to the gym. Sticking to the script. Hey, let's go work out. Are you on this machine? Oh yeah, you can. You are fine. So it is Friday and it is date night. So let's go ahead and get dressed. And it is a solo date. But I'm starting to call it date night because I think when you put solo date on here, it just gives that you're lonely and vulnerable. No, it's giving I'm good company. I really enjoy my own company. However, I can always have a friend welcome to join. Like, it's no biggie, but I literally have a ball on myself. I just don't hold myself back waiting on other people. So let's do our makeup. I already straightened my hair, so hopefully it's cute. My outfit is super cute. we gonna be super cute. So let's go ahead and run through our makeup real quick, and then we will check back in at the fit details.
Like what?
Okay, brows are on. Let's go ahead and prime with the Milk Mag.
Like what?
Okay, I just want to pause right quick and give my honest review on The Devil Wears Prada and Michael. So let's first start with Michael. First of all, a 10 out of 10 would definitely recommend. I feel like I'm a millennial. Y'all know it's my favorite thing to say. If y'all are new here, I am a millennial and I stand by that, okay? However, I just am so happy to be a part of that time. Like, I remember being a kid and Thriller would come on and I would be so scared of that video. Like, when he turned back and looked at the camera, I was like, oh my gosh, I would always be so scared. So it was so nostalgic just going to go see that movie. It just kind of, brought back all memories. But from a spiritual standpoint, because I got to give my revelation that I know that God gave me. And I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. I just want to make that clear. So this is where that revelation is coming from. And just from what I've seen from the movie. Okay, this also, let's just be clear. Any millennials know that this isn't the first Michael movie that we've seen. We've seen the Jackson 5. We've seen all the Michael movies. You know what I'm saying? So this is like nothing new. But I feel like this one was just really, really nice. But the revelation I got from it was Michael was escaping, him and Janet. And they escaped through success. Like massive success. Like you reach a place where you can't go back. You can't go back to your old life. You don't want to go back to your old life. And I feel like Michael's only way out was success. And, also I just feel like he has been performing for so long. Like, he didn't have a childhood. So I completely agree with, like, him wanting to build Never Never Land and, just have children around and he also had a childlike spirit because he just never had an opportunity to, truly be a kid. So what I got from it was like escapism. But what I know and what we have learned, you know, about the music industry and everything, the devil operates in that window of escape, right? Meaning that the devil, it's not like, let me put it like this. So when you are in a season of escaping, it could be from a really, really bad situation. And I'll use this example that God gave to me. Like, for me, my obsession, I don't want to say an obsession, but I enjoy watching cult stories. And it was one particular story. I was watching a girl, you know, who was leaving a cult, but she was saying that they were basically reading Bible scriptures to her, you know, while they were, when she finally got out the cult, she is like really into new age teachings. And God was like, sometimes that's the first step. Like, and it's grace for that. That's God, that's for God to judge. There's grace for that. God is like, all I needed was her to get out of the cult. And through her children, I can begin to reveal to them who I am, because they have tainted, you know, her image of who I am so badly. And nobody is ever too far, you know, but God is like, through her children, I can be redeemed, you know. So I was like, okay, I get it. I understand that. Like, you know, so the devil's works in escapism. Another thing I've learned is just like, even like with the slaves and everything, like, if you notice, like, a lot of people like escape through Pennsylvania. And, you know, one of the biggest places I feel like for Black American Muslims is in, you know, Philly, because they were like right there at that door of escape. And I feel like the devil was like, you can't, you don't, so basically saying like, you don't have to choose Christ, but I can give you another God to choose. And, you know, some people chose, you know, to, you know, join the Nation of Islam, because again, when we were slaves, you know, they would use the Bible against us. So it's like, if that's what got me there, then I definitely want something different. But it just shows that the devil works in escapism. So be careful what you're escaping from, you know, if you can. But just know that there's grace for everything. And, you know, God's judgment is just. And he knows where you are, and he knows how to get you. So hopefully that makes sense. And then when it came to The Devil Wears Prada, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was very much underwhelmed. I really say, because The Devil Wears Prada was like literally one of my favorite movies. I feel like they could have done way more fashion. They could have definitely used more color. I think they could have just took full advantage of fashion in this movie. So it was given budget cuts. That's what I got. I love the storyline though. Was absolutely obsessed with the storyline. I loved it, but I would have loved to see more standout fashion. Also, the movie didn't have any depth to it. Like, just giving more, you know, storylines about where the girls have been and what they actually been doing. Like, what happened to Anne Hathaway's ex-boyfriend? Like, they just kind of jumped into the storyline. But one thing I do know is that this generation, attention span is really, really low. So I don't know if they were just trying to really, the movie was already 2 hours, if they were just trying to like cut to the chase. But I feel like we need a little more depth, you know, like, what's going on? Where have you been? Like, how does that make you feel? More emotion to the movie, I guess. So yeah. But other than that, I did like it. It's definitely not, excuse me, it's definitely not memorable. The Devil Wears Prada 1 will definitely still be my favorite. But like I said, I did love the storyline, but I just would have wanted more emotion. It was very fast paced, but I just like with the times that we're in, sometimes you just gotta leave it alone. You know, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Let greatness just be greatness, you know. But I would have loved to see more fashion, more color. You know, I love how diverse the movie was. I love that. I like the way that they depicted New York City, just that fast pace, you know, business, ambitious, you know, spirit that New York has. I love that. I would just have loved to see more fashion. Like, Christian Dior must have been like the only person who was willing to sponsor that movie, because the girl was killing it with all the Christian Dior. I love that. But I just would not even just designer, but just more color. I think everything was just like really black, white, and dark. And I feel like they just could, especially with this movie coming out in spring, they just could have took advantage of more color, you know? And it didn't even have to be, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to see more fashion. Like, it was okay, but it wasn't like, wow. Like the Dalmatians, like her fashion was crazy. Like, just super creative. Like even Wednesday, the fashion in Wednesday was super creative, you know. So I would have loved to see more fashion, like really, really hone in on that. I did love when they was like, who would, what they say, okay, who hired Miss TJ Maxx? I was laughing so hard. That was so funny because don't do TJ Maxx because that's my store. But it was just so funny. But other than that, I think it was a okay movie. If I could give it an honest review, I would give it a 4 out of 10 only because I was underwhelmed because the first one was so good. Meryl Streep, amazing, and Hathaway, amazing. Like I said, everybody did their big one. It just was missing that depth and emotions, which I feel like a lot of movies are missing. Like they just do not really depict emotion anymore. Like it's so fast paced. Like just get to the point, get to the point. And like I said, as a disclaimer, it could be like the attention span, you know, of this generation that we're in. So I totally understand that. You ain't got time to work it out because you know what they say, you got like 3 seconds to catch somebody's attention, and they ain't lying. So I would have wanted a little more emotion and a little more fashion and a little more color. So that is my takeaway. All right, I'm done chatting. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup and then we will be getting dressed. All right, guys, so this is the final look. So I have these pants that I got from Fashion Nova. They are like some leggings. Love these leggings. I actually got them to go with like this little fur vest that I got. Clearly it's not winter anymore, although it's cold enough to be. And I had this striped sweater. I was like, oh my gosh, that kind of go. I had on a black shirt, but I was like, the print on print really like, you know, helps out. And then my haircut, y'all, it just keeps on giving. Like, it gives principle, but because I'm thicker than a Snicker, it's giving, come to my office. Like, I be trying to I give classy all the time, but because I got the body of a goddess, everybody knows that. It just give a little bit more. However, I love it though. I love the entire look. I love my hair. Love my hair. I'm sorry. I love it. I can't wait till I get a little bit longer. My inspiration is Tamron Hall. But I love my hair. Then I'm going to do this bag. Boom. And then I just have on these shoes. Something comfortable. So hopefully I can get like a full video, you know, but this is where we at. So we're gonna get going because I'm hungry and I look so cute and I'm comfortable too. So, and the stomach done went down a little bit. I guess I'm doing all right. I gotta keep it up though, but you know, it's gonna take some time. You still gained a lot of weight. Give me about a year. Cause I feel like I'm just now getting it back tight. Give me about a year to get it back right though. All right, let's go out and get something to eat. Okay, dinner is over. When I say I still stick by doing daytime dinners and all of that, because honey, the girls be tired when it's late. The service don't be that well. And I understand being tired. But I just don't want the last bit of it, you know. Give me your best. Give me the best you got. So yeah. Honey, I need to come with the midday crew. They up and ready. Whew. The restaurant I was gonna go to was closed because I took my time getting dressed, honey. I don't know what kind of time I thought I had, but I took it. Whew. It is so cold. I'm so glad I didn't wear the shirt I had in mind. Whew. But yes, the day is over. Tomorrow is yet another work day. Thank God. It's gonna be successful. And this might be the end of my vlog. If you enjoy this, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to have you a part of my channel. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Thank you.